And what's up, everybody? I'm back with another video game review. Today I am reviewing Anuchard? Anuchard? Anuchards? I don't know exactly how to pronounce the title. This is another one of the games that I got in the Xbox Game Pass that I'm still working through. Probably when this video goes up, I'll already be done with it, but I'm still working on it as of recording. Sorry. Again, didn't really know what to expect going into this game, but I honestly do think that that's the best way to go into a game. No expectations. Just go in and hope for a good time. Did I have a good time in this game? Let's find out. I got a lot of thoughts, so let's just jump right into it, shall we? I don't know how I feel about the opening of this game when you're just kind of thrown into a room and you're supposed to like just fight everybody, and that's where you kind of like learn the combat, but you're supposed to die. I don't know. It's a weird way to lead off to the game. I will say, touching on the combat though, it is fun. It's a little difficult to control, but once you get it, it's not terrible. I like the power hits. I like the power moves. You never feel super overwhelmed, and if you do, there's always a way out of it. So you get used to the controls, and you're fine. I also think the story's good. It has a lot of detail to it, and it keeps you engaged. With a lot of games with story that are story based, the story is usually a side thing for them. They don't really establish it that much, and they just kind of more focus on making the game look really good and maybe just have some of the combat elements so that they can jack up the price. But for this game, I think they put a lot of good effort, more so into the story, which I think is a good way to keep players engaged and even maybe wanting another game. Maybe not in this case, but in other games in general. I think that's something that other developers could take a look at. I thought the environments also looked good. I thought it's an indie game, so they're not like superb looking graphics or technology. And honestly, they do get a little bit repetitive, right? They're not necessarily, the most expansive, but as far as you have the idea to do quests, and there's always like a little bit of nooks and crannies to explore. And I think the quests aspect of it is a big reason why I didn't get as bored playing as I probably would have otherwise, because there's always something new to do, even if it's in the same area as you were before, which I think is really, really good. I also thought it was weird that they none of the characters have like faces. They talk, but they didn't like feel like putting faces on them, which is fine. But for sometimes they would just have like these speech bubbles or like thought bubbles that would then have faces on them that would make the expressions that are supposed to be on the character that they're focusing on at that point. So why would you jump these separate steps in order to have the facial expressions? Why not just give them faces? I feel like that would have been simpler. Like, you're cutting out the middleman. I know they only do the expression stuff for a few of the characters, but I don't know, it could have been a little better. I'm just saying, it's just a little inconsistent as well. I don't know, it just feels like they were doing a little bit more work than they needed to. But overall, I mean, this is a fun little indie game, I say. Again, no expectations really going into the game, but honestly, it was fun. I kind of enjoyed it. It's not my most favorite game in the world. Some of the parts did feel a little repetitive, a little generic, but, for what they had to work with, then I definitely can see the effort put in here, especially with the story, and everything like that. So, that's going to do it, though, for this review. My final score I'm going to call it Anuchard, just like Anu from Minecraft Jurassic Season 1. I'm going to give it a 6. Give it a 6. Actually, no, I'll give it a 7. I can't rank it the same as another Crab's Treasure just because they're not the same game. Alright, anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this review. If you've ever played this game, I'd love to know your thoughts about it in the comment section down below. And that's going to do it for this video as well. Stay tuned for much more amazing content, including more video game reviews and other awesome stuff. And until next time, see you guys later. Goodbye.